watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio. And now streaming at KPVM.TV, I'm Chris Palermo on this President's Day, Monday, February 19th, and here's what's happening. A traffic stop turns into a pursuit that leads sheriff deputies through town at high rate of speeds. Anthony Roberts has more on this story.
At approximately 1 p.m. today, deputies located a black motorcycle on South Murphy Street. According to officers, the rider of the motorcycle left the residence without a helmet. Deputies then attempted to make a traffic stop, but the rider took off and a pursuit ensued. The motorcycle led deputies south on Barney Street to Gamebird, then east on Gamebird, reaching speeds of excess of 120 miles per hour. The rider of the motorcycle ended up losing control and crashing into a vehicle that was stopped at the stop sign at the intersection of Unicorn and Gamebird. The suspect then ran from deputies into a neighbor's backyard where he was apprehended. According to deputies, the motorcycle was reported stolen out of Las Vegas. The suspect was taken to Desert View Hospital with a possible broken leg. Nye County Sheriff's Office as well as Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were on scene. News 25 will have more on this story as it develops.
And a domestic dispute between a man and his wife leads to an arrest after a man threatens Nye County Sheriff deputies with his firearm. News 25 caught up with Sheriff Joe McGill to give us the details.
Hi. On Saturday, February 17th at about 5:45 p.m., a call came into the Nye County Sheriff's Office in reference to a domestic. The reporting party said that her husband had physically struck her and that she had escaped the house to a neighbor's residence and that he was threatening suicide with a firearm. Deputies arrived, and when they attempted to make contact with the subject, he threatened deputies with the firearm, and they withdrew to a safe location. SWAT units were activated, and as a result of a long-term negotiation, the individual was finally talked out of the house after deploying gas into the residence. The subject was identified as Stephen Critchett. He is currently in custody for charges of resisting a police officer with a weapon, battery, domestic violence with strangulation, and abuse of an elder person. There were no shots fired during the negotiation or throughout the incident. However, gas was deployed, so individuals in the area may have believed that there were shots being fired. Thank you.
A traffic stop on a vehicle for expired registration leads to an arrest when Nye County Sheriff deputies discover guns, drugs, and lots of cash inside the vehicle. Sheriff Joe McGill tells us more.
Hi. On January 17th at about 9 in the morning, a traffic stop was conducted in the area of 372 and Highway 160. The stop ended up going into the driveway, pulling into Smith's, between Smith's and Rent-A-Center. The vehicle was a black Ford Explorer and appeared to be a law enforcement vehicle in that it had a light bar similar to law enforcement on top. The driver was contacted, and as the deputy was speaking to the driver, the deputy could see the buttstock of a rifle in the vehicle. He asked the driver if there were any firearms in the vehicle, and the driver said there were not. The driver was taken out of the car and was detained at that point, and as a result of a protective sweep of the vehicle, the deputy found 4 firearms, also a airsoft style handgun. As a result of running the firearm serial numbers, one of the firearms, a Ruger 1022 rifle, was found to be reported stolen out of California. The subject was placed under arrest, and further search of the vehicle revealed that there were baggies of methamphetamine, baggies of cocaine, and there were about 2 ounces of marijuana in the vehicle. There was also about $3,500 in cash hidden in the headliner of the vehicle. It appears that this vehicle was, at least in the past, or is currently being used to possibly smuggle drugs or guns, and that further investigation is continuing. The individual was found to be an undocumented non-U.S. citizen. He was wearing a security uniform shirt from a security company in California that he says he is the owner, and we contacted Homeland Security Investigations Unit in Las Vegas, who responded to assist with this investigation. There will be further investigation being conducted as a result, and it appears that the Homeland Security Investigations section will be taking over the prosecution of this case federally. Thank you.
And the driver of the vehicle has been booked for the following: 4 counts of prohibited person in possession of a firearm, 1 count of possession of a stolen firearm, transporting methamphetamine, transporting cocaine, possession of counterfeit currency, and several traffic charges. As part of an ongoing investigation, the Nye County Sheriff's Office continues to search for information from the public about the disappearance of Daniel Kaur, who went missing on or about August 12, 2022 from the south side of Pahrump, Nevada. Daniel is 63 years of age, 5'10", 170 pounds, blue eyes, gray hair, with possible facial hair. He was known to ride a gold Harley-Davidson motorcycle. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is continuing to seek any renewed leads into the circumstances of Daniel Kaur's appearance, and anyone who may have information is requested to contact NCSO Detective Sergeant Foles at 775-751-4235 or anonymously call Crime Stoppers of Nevada at 702-385-5555. More news in just a bit.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. The death toll for Palestinians has skyrocketed over 29,000, and an Israeli war cabinet member has warned that if hostages are not released by Ramadan, they will expand the war into Rafah. RJ Camacho has the story.
According to the Gaza Health Ministry, the death toll has risen to over 29,000 for Palestinians, specifically becoming 29,092. Additionally, over 69,000 Palestinians have been left wounded due to the Israeli campaign. 2/3 of these numbers are of women and children. Meanwhile, Israeli War Cabinet member Benny Gantz has issued a warning during a conference of Jewish American leaders on February 18th. He stated that if by Ramadan our hostages are not home, the fighting will continue to the Rafah area. Ramadan is a Muslim holiday that starts on the 9th month of the Islamic calendar and is a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community. This year, Ramadan is expected to begin on March 10th, which is the date that Gantz has made the deadline for the hostages to be released. This brings tension, however, between Israel and Egypt, as Egypt has stated previously that should Israeli soldiers be deployed along the border between Gaza and Egypt, it would violate a decades-old peace treaty between them and Israel. Rafah, the town which Gantz warned the assault would expand into, is the border town of Egypt and Gaza. In addition, the World Health Organization's Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has stated that the Nasir Hospital is no longer functional. The Nasir Hospital recently was the focus of an assault by the Israeli military, due to them believing the hospital was used as a hideout by Hamas. According to Ghebreyesus, 200 patients remain within the hospital, including 20 who are in need of urgent referrals elsewhere. However, a WHO team was not allowed to enter the Nasir hospital on February 16th and the 17th. The Gaza Health Ministry adds that 70 medical personnel were arrested, including patients, leaving 150 patients without any medical care. The Gaza Health Ministry has also accused Israel of not allowing any patients, including newborns, to be evacuated to other hospitals. Israeli Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant has also claimed that Hamas has been defeated in the southern city of Khan Yunis, which is where the Nasir hospital resides. He claimed as well that Hamas is significantly leaderless in the Gaza Strip. According to a previous statement from Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel doesn't plan on ending the war until they achieve, quote, absolute victory. The main goal of this absolute victory is the complete dismantlement of the terrorist organization Hamas. Rafah is the last stop in Israel's campaign, where they believe Hamas is using the border in order to smuggle weapons.
And on Friday evening, a 3-vehicle crash occurred on Highway 160 and Homestead Road. Anthony Roberts has the story.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
At approximately 4:20 p.m. on Friday evening, a 3-vehicle crash occurred at the intersection on Highway 160 and Homestead Road. According to one of the drivers involved, a silver sedan was traveling northbound on Highway 160 when a minivan attempted to make a left-hand turn onto Winery Road, hitting the silver sedan. The impact caused both vehicles to collide with a Jeep Cherokee that was attempting to make a right-hand turn onto Highway 160. The drivers of both the silver sedan as well as the minivan were transported to Desert View Hospital with unknown injuries. The silver sedan and the minivan sustained major damages. Nye County Sheriff's Office, Nevada Highway Patrol, as well as Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were on scene. Highway 160 northbound was closed to traffic during investigation and cleanup.
More news now on News 25. A man in Las Vegas is arrested after it has been reported that he attempted to lure a child into his vehicle while touching himself inappropriately.
A man was arrested in Vegas after being accused of attempting to lure a child into his car in northwest Las Vegas, according to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. The man arrested has been identified as 31-year-old Irving Malagon. Officers began their investigation on February 15th when, according to reports, an 11-year-old child was approached by a male driving a black 2-door sedan in the 7200 block of Cotton Sparrow Street. This location is in a residential neighborhood near Buffalo Drive and Elkhart Road. According to a news release from the LVMPD, the male attempted to lure the juvenile into his vehicle while he was inappropriately touching himself. The child then ran to a nearby relative's home and was not harmed in this incident. Irving Malagon was arrested and booked into the Clark County Detention Center under the charges of luring a child to engage in a sex act and gross lewdness.
And Nye County Sheriff's Office received a donation from Boulder City Police Department, which is a 2018 BMW R1200 motorcycle. Sheriff Joe McGill took the bike out on patrol this morning and allowed News 25 to tag along.
Hi, I'm Sheriff McGill. Today, KPVM was following me around doing some traffic enforcement. The significant part of this was that this was a new motorcycle to the Nye County Sheriff's Office. The motorcycle is a 2018 BMW R1200, which we received from the Boulder City Police Department. Boulder City Police Department was retiring this motorcycle with 42,000 miles on it, and they reached out to us and asked if we were interested in getting the bike, and they donated it to the Nye County Sheriff's Office. This is a better motorcycle platform, in my opinion, for police work. It's much lighter, much more maneuverable, and much faster on the top speed. The Harley-Davidsons, many law enforcement agencies around the country are moving away from the Harley-Davidson and going to the BMW, and some are going to a Honda. So this was the debut day of this motorcycle, new to us, not new. We received that motorcycle again free of charge, and we plan on getting it out there with some of our motor officers and doing traffic enforcement. Thank you.
And Death Valley will be hosting another Dark Sky Festival next month on March 1st. News 25 spoke with Park Ranger Abby Wines for the details.
Another thing to look forward to out here in Death Valley National Park is the annual Dark Sky Festival. This year that will be March 1st through 3rd, and it's a series of events that go on all during the daytime hours and at night. At night there will be many telescopes set up for people to view the impressive dark skies we have here, and during the day there will be a series of speakers from NASA, from SETI, from the JPL lab and Caltech out here talking about the research that they do in Death Valley and how Death Valley is an analog for what other planets and moons of other planets look like. So come, all events are free. Some have limited space in them. You can find out more information about the Dark Sky Festival or about anything about Death Valley National Park by going to our webpage, nps.gov/DEVA.
More news coming up, and sports. Vegas Golden Knights in action this afternoon. We'll get you updated. Mikey has that right after this.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25 on this President's Day. The local hockey team is in action, and Mikey has that report.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at www.kpvm.tv. And starting March 1st, KPVM will be on Roku. Golden Knights welcomed the Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday, and they lost 3-1, 2 games in a row, losing. They play the San Jose Sharks right now. That game is in progress as we speak. Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo will be suspended 2 games for violating the NFL's performance-enhancing substance policy, according to ESPN. The Raiders are also expected to release Garoppolo in mid-March before an $11.25 million roster bonus kicks in. Yikes. Pac-12 men's basketball tournament is coming to T-Mobile Arena March 13th through the 16th. Volleyball team Vegas Thrill are in action right now at the Dollar Loan Center, taking on the San Diego Mojo. Pahrump Valley Trojans wrestling finished 5th place in the state tournament. Wrestler Brennan Benedict is the 157-pound state champion. Congratulations. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you very much, Mikey. And it was a good day for Vegas Golden Knights. They won by a score of 4-0. More news now. Pat Lemming from Never Forgotten Animal Society tells us about a beautiful dog named Arlo looking for a forever home.
Hi everyone, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David Street in the north part of Pahrump, off of Bell Vista between Blag and Leslie. In my arms I have a very sweet little boy. His name is Arlo. He's 6 months old. He has been neutered. He has all his shots, his rabies certificate, and his microchip, and he's ready to be in your lap. He's a very sweet boy. He is kind of a tricolor, we're not sure what, mixed with terrier, we think, but we're not real clear on that either because we got him from a kill shelter, and he was scheduled to be euthanized, and we went and got him and said no. Not at 6 months old. So he's here with us. If you'd like to come and meet him, he is available Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 any day. In fact, any of our dogs are. You're welcome to come in, no appointment necessary. His adoption fee is $350, and that includes his neuter, microchip, all of his vaccinations, and rabies certificate. And he is potty trained, he is leash trained. He is used to being in a home, and he loves being with people. He is very, very focused on being involved in everything. And as a puppy, you can understand that. He is available here, so come on in and meet him. Our number is 537-8674. No appointment necessary. You're always welcome. Come in and meet any of our kids. So again, that is at 3091 North David Street in the north part of Pahrump, off of Bella Vista between Blagg and Leslie. And we are open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 every day. No appointment necessary. And this is Arlo, approximately 6 months old. Please come and meet him. You'd be very impressed. He's a very, very sweet boy.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's right outside our KPVM TV studios. I was singing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head today, and you may be the next couple days. But the sun will peek out later on. We've got your complete forecast. Stick around.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Rory Rosell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 55 degrees, Fallon is at 58 degrees, Carson City is at 52. The low spot in the state right now is Tonopah at 45 degrees, Goldfield just a little bit higher at 46 degrees, Beatty at 59 degrees, and Amargosa in Las Vegas are our weather twins of the day at 66 degrees. And then, of course, there's Death Valley at 76 degrees. Up in the 70s. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 61 degrees. The high just a little while ago was 64 degrees. Humidity 51% today, and the sun rose this morning at 6:26 and set at 5:29 p.m. The humidity skyrockets up to 72%, and the low tonight is going to be 50 degrees. Taking a look at the 7-day forecast. It looks like we're going to be staying in the high 50s and mid to high 60s, it looks like, on Saturday when we reach almost 70 degrees. It's going to be partly cloudy throughout the entire week. Tuesday and Wednesday, there's still a chance of rain. And then Monday of next week, looks like there's going to be a small chance of rain as well. Look at the winter weather advisory through Spring and Sheep Mountain above 7,000 feet from 6 a.m. on Tuesday through 10 a.m. on Wednesday. But don't worry about all that winter weather and snow, because back to the desk, here's Chris.
Thanks a lot, Rory. And we hope you're enjoying your President's Day, and we're honoring President's Day, a very special piece put together by the talented staff here at KPVM Television. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.